song before that. That was a band called Victory. I believe they were out of Germany, featuring Charlie Hune, who's currently the lead singer of Foghat. He's also done a stint with Ted Nugent.
Right.
And he was a fun guest when we had him on years and years ago. He came on and we talked about his career at Foghat. I think he was promoting like that live Foghat record or something.
Something, yeah.
And, we were asking him a little bit about taking Dave Peverett's spot in Foghat and also, singing with Victory as well as working with Ted Nugent and stuff. And he was really cool. And he was just like, yeah, dude, if you ever want to come out to a Foghat show, we'd be glad to have you come out. We'll share our
catering,
our catering with you. Because we were asking him all kinds of ridiculous questions because I think we had gotten we got a hold of the Foghat rider.
Yeah, we were busting his balls about what was on the rider.
Yeah. We were goofing on him because, supposedly we had the Foghat rider and we were asking him how much was true because I think they had like rooms with like king size beds and they had certain beers that they wanted and certain waters that they wanted. And it was very, very specific.
Right.
And we were kind of asking him about it. He goes, yeah, if you ever want to come out to a show, just let me know, man. We'll be glad to share our catering with you and you can have some of those beers and, whatever. But he was really good. And he had a good attitude and he got the humor of what we were doing. And that's what was fun about it.
Yeah. Charlie is a good dude and certainly a talented guy that he landed in, so many different bands that had, pretty decent successful runs.
Yeah.
He definitely was a solid performer. I don't know what he's doing now, but
I think he's still fronting Foghat.
Is he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing that a long time, quite a while. So, I think that's their core lineup with Charlie, fronting Foghat. And I believe, what's the drummer? It's just like there's only one dude left in Foghat. It's like the drummer, right?
Dude, I can barely name 2 songs by them. I know Driving Wheel or something like that.
Yeah, and I just want to make love to you.
Yeah, and Slow Ride.
And Slow Ride. Those are the 3 songs.
Were there more?
Well, I guess there are. I mean, they have albums, but does anybody know any more than that? Unless you're a diehard fan.
If they put out a 3 songs EP with that, that's what I would buy.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't need to know any other Foghat songs.
I mean, when I used to work at the club in California, we had a version of Foghat play at the club.
Sure.
And those were the only 3 songs that anybody came to hear.
Yeah. And you never had anybody come to you and say, hey, could you play this one by Foghat? And you were like, oh, that's a new one. Never heard that, did you?
No.
Never were like, oh, what? You want that song? Sure, we can play that.
Yeah. I've seen Foghat probably 4 times, maybe, over decades. And, I've never been a big fan.
You know what? They put on, I'm going to be honest, I've seen them 3-4 times, something like that. And they put on a good show. I don't know dick about them really, but when they played, I was like, the songs I didn't know were still kind of rocking. And, you have a few beers in you and it's like, all right, yeah, fuck yeah. Biker metal, baby. Biker rock.
It's blues-based rock. That's what it is.
Yeah. And then they get, an hour in of you just kind of talking with your buddies while you're kind of bobbing your head a little bit. And then they hit the 3 songs and you're like, yeah, Slow Ride. And then you're out.
Yeah, Roger Earl is who I was thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah.
But isn't that the way it was with them? You can't remember dick about the shows except for when they played Slow Ride or
I want to make love to you.
Yeah. But then you walk away with like, yeah, that was a pretty good show.
Yeah.
You don't remember anything about it really, except the last tune. Slow Ride.
Exactly.
Yeah, I kind of dig Foghat. I just don't know any of their music.
Yeah. Well, I've seen them. Again, I had them at the club, and yeah, it's just one of them bands. I don't own anything from
Yeah.
them. I've never been that interested to go, man, that's such a rockin' tune, man. I got to get that CD or that record or whatever it was. It's like, no, it didn't, never really struck me that way.
They put out a 2 or 3 song greatest hits at some point. It's probably when we interviewed Charlie. And I remember getting it, and it's still over there on the shelf. And I'm telling you,
I'm surprised you kept it.
it's never been played.
I bet it hasn't.
It's never once been played. You know, that was already in the streaming era, so I already had probably Napstered Slow Ride and I Can't Help Making Love to You or whatever that song's called. And
I just want to make love to you.
yeah, I'm gonna write about you on Quora.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're all right. I mean, for what they are, there's a bunch of those bands that I just don't know anything about. You know, another band, fucking Molly Hatchet.
Yeah. That one there, I think they even have even one original member? I know we've had them on the show. We've interviewed.
I thought that guy died. The guy that we interviewed.
I think you're right.
I think that guy died. So I don't know who's still left in Molly Hatchet.
Yeah.
Molly.
And I only know the one song.
Flirting with disaster.
Yeah, flirting with disaster.
Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think who's. Let's look them up on the old Wikipedia. Where's the lineup thing? Oh, they don't even. They've had so many members, they don't even get a lineup thing. List of Molly Hatchet members. Oh dear God, are you fucking kidding me?
They probably have like 50 people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 36. And doesn't look like none of the people in that band are original guys. Not the oldest member that's been in the band the longest looks like he joined the band in 87. Bobby Ingram. Is that who we talked to?
I can't even remember, to be honest with you.
I think we talked to Phil McCormick. I think, didn't we?
Dude, it's been so long, I couldn't even tell you.
I don't remember. But and I don't even know if that's the guy that died. I have no. He was the singer, Phil McCormick. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if where's these guys. Let's see who's dead.
It's like interviewing somebody from Asia.
Yeah, well, at least those guys I sort of know their names. But let's see. We'll read off the death guys. Dave Hlubeck, he died in 2017. Steve Holland, Jesus, they have more than a band's worth of dead guys. Steve Holland died in 2020. Banner Thomas died in 2017. Bruce Crump died in 2015. If you're in Molly Hatchet, you must go to a lot of funerals.
Yeah.
Dwayne Rowland died in 2006. Danny Joe Brown died in 2005. Jimmy Farrar died in 2018. Ralph Riff West died in 2014. Buzzy Meekins died in 2015. And Phil McCormick died in 2019. I'm pretty sure that's the guy that we talked to.
Yeah. Isn't it strange that the Rolling Stones only have had one death?
Yeah.
Brian Jones.
These guys have 10.
Yeah.
These guys have 2 lineups worth of dead people. God damn.
But the Rolling Stones have one death.
Yeah, 1. They've been around forever. I'm looking right now to see. Let's see. The classic metal. I want to know who we interviewed now. Joe Molly Hatchet. Oh Jesus. Nothing really coming up either. Might not even be on the might not even be up. I don't even know. Yeah, nothing came up. I know we've interviewed. I know we've
At
interviewed.
least twice.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's that Phil McCormick guy.
It could have been.
That's ringing a bell. That's the guy. And now he's left us. Rest in peace.
It's like interviewing somebody from the Marshall Tucker band.
It's another band I don't know anything about. I know.
All they had was the song that was very prevalent this year. I Can't Breathe.
Didn't they do Can't You See?
That was kind of a joke.
Oh,
I can't breathe.
Can't you breathe?
Exactly.
Can't you breathe? Got your kneecap holding breath for me. No, isn't that how it goes?
I think so. That's kind of where I was going with that.
Yeah. So there we have it. Charlie Hune. Like Charlie.
He was good.
Yep.
He's good.
He's good.
All right. Well, apparently there's some shakeup in the music world.
What?
Yes.
Is it that Tommy Lee's going to put out the unreleased tracks from Andro?
I can't wait for that.
Me either. That segment, I listen to that. I don't usually listen to things multiple times. I might go back and listen to something once. I listened to that segment probably 5 times this week. Your disgust made me so happy.
Well, did you let Mariah know that we compared her to Tommy Lee?
I didn't talk about any of it yet. Dude, I wasn't going to jinx the interview before we did it. I didn't want her to go and listen to it and hear us motherfuck this and motherfuck that and then be like, oh boy, I can't be on that show.
Right, of course.
So of course she has 2 weeks to fucking look us up, and all she's got to do is look up us and her name and she'll find it.
Of course.
If she doesn't already have Google, what is that called? Google Alert?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see.
She seems like a cool rocker chick, though.
Yeah, she seems like she gets it.
She might get it.
And if not, guess what? I'll get either I'll get ghosted or I'll get I can't come on this week. We'll reschedule for some time, and then it never will happen.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, a guy by the name of Matt Vlasic, Vlasic.
Okay.
He is the CEO of Universal Music Group, which is basically the only big record company left out there in the world.
Okay.
He's the in-house merchandise arm of Bravado. Are you familiar with that at all?
Bravado?
Bravado, Bravado.
No idea what that is.
Bravado.
Oh.
He resigned abruptly on Thursday.
Okay.
According to a source, a meeting was called with short notice at 3 p.m. to deliver the news to the staff.
Oh boy.
The Universal Music Group spokesperson confirmed the news with billboards sharing this statement by way of email.
Okay.
Matt Vlasic informed the company that he is stepping down from his role as the CEO of Bravado, our global merchandising division. John Habuch, I think that's how you say his name, Habbouch. Bravado's general manager and CFO will assume the interim leadership until a successor of CEO is named.
Okay.
Vlasic has run Bravado since 2016, joining the company from the Sony Music Entertainment Group, where he founded and oversaw the company's global consumer products and artist merchandise division. Bravado handles most of Universal Music Group's major acts, including Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, and Eminem.
Okay.
And in 2019, the revenue grew 79% to reach 489 million euros. That is $578 million. This year, the company has not, however, fared as well amid the pandemic. According to the Universal Music Group's third quarter earning report, which was released on Tuesday. The merch sales fell nearly a full in half from July to September compared to the same time last year. For the year to date, from January to September, the revenue has dropped 42.3%.
Okay.
John Habush has been Bravado's CFO since 2016, and in 2019 was also appointed the general manager.
Okay.
It's been a minute since music fans have settled in for a new Verzuz. I don't even know what that is. Verzuz.
A new Verzuz.
What is that? Verzuz.
Is that a band? I don't know.
I guess.
Verzuz to return with T.I. versus Jeezy battle. Verzuz, also known as Verzuz TV, is an American webcast series created by producers Timbaland and Swiss Beats.
See, it's so popular we didn't even ever heard of
Verzuz.
Verzuz.
Well, I can't believe that slipped by me too. I usually keep up on my Timbaland and Swiss Beats offerings.
Sure you do.
I'm very locked into that.
It's been a minute since music fans have settled in for a new Verzuz battle, but it's time to get ready for the next showdown. That is T.I. versus Jeezy.
Oh, wow.
Who's Jeezy?
He's a rap dude. I know who he is.
I have no idea.
If I'm not mistaken, he used to be Young Jeezy. Does that help?
I have no idea.
Well, when he was Young Jeezy, you didn't know him then?
Who's watching this shit?
Dude, T.I. versus Jeezy? Where do I fucking put that on my Google Calendar to make sure I don't fucking miss?
Ugh. Verzuz is back with season 2. The series' Instagram account announced on October 24th.
Great.
T.I. versus Jeezy, let the celebrations begin.
No.
The Atlanta rappers will face off on Thursday, November 19th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Instagram and Apple Music.
Can't wait.
All right. Again, who's watching this garbage?
I am.
Okay.
T.I. versus Jeezy? Dude, that is must-see TV, to quote NBC.
All right. T.I. said, sharing the news on his own Instagram page, the pair had apparently hinted at the possibility earlier in the week after Tip politely declined a challenge. Now, who's Tip?
Tip, like Q-tip.
Okay. Declined a challenge from Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes, he's still out there?
I think Busta Rhymes was around in like the late 80s, wasn't he?
I thought Busta Rhymes was in jail.
Again, I don't know. Busta Rhymes.
He's been in jail numerous times. I do know that. Yeah, he's apparently he's out there doing it. Good for him. Way to go, Busta. I guess going to jail all those times kept his street cred going, so he could stay relevant.
Please.
Yeah, he's been active since 1990.
That's what I said, late 80s. So I was close.
Jesus.
Citing a generational gap.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Things are happening in the music world, and man, it's devastating.
Can't believe that this white guy would step down when he was associated with T.I. and Jeezy and Q-Tip and Busta Rhymes.
No idea.
Fantastic.
No idea.
Jesus. Thought you said this was big news.
Well, this is big news for the music world if you have a interest in that kind of shit.
Look, I pay close attention to the music world, and I've never heard of Verzuz or Verzuz.
I never heard of it either.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I've heard of T.I. I've heard of Jeezy. I
thought Kanye West was known as Yeezy.
He's Yeezy, I think,
but there's Jeezy.
There's a Jeezy too. Yeah, Yeezy was on Joe Rogan this week.
Oh, okay.
And his big proclamation is that he's pissed off because and boy, this is big news here, Neely. I hope you might want to put on the seatbelt for this so you don't fall out of your chair.
All right, let me strap in.
All right, there you go.
All right, hang on. Let me get this belt around. All right, I'm cinched in.
Kanye's upset because the Disney versions of Star Wars were not nearly as good as the prequels.
Well, I think this is a conversation that needs to be had between you and John Drake.
No, not me.
Oh yeah,
I could give two fucks about Star Wars.
Yeah, but you're a good catalyst to John, who wants to speak about Star Wars.
I'm sure John would probably have an opinion, and I'm sure he's drunk somewhere. So I know he was off to the Ohio dump to go watch the fucking Ohio State game today. So
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he was watching it with his brother-in-law, I believe. So
All right.
So yeah, and I mean, if not, I'm sure he'll call in. He heard his name, and like the bat phone, that attracts it. Dum, dum, dum.
The bat light.
Yeah, exactly. The Star Wars logo is bouncing off a cloud.
Exactly. That's funny. All right, we did a story a couple of weeks ago about Phil Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the story goes on.
Oh, there's more to Stu.
There's more to the story.
Okay.
This is fucking pathetic.
All right.
I read this, and obviously, you and I do not know Phil Collins.
No, not at all.
But we're fans as a performer. You know, I love Genesis. I'm a big fan of Genesis.
Yeah,
And obviously Phil has had a lot of success as a solo artist as well.
sure.
And you aptly titled the segment we did a couple of weeks ago called Stu Stupido, which was funny.
Yeah.
Well, the gist of the story was that his former wife, who he paid something like $46 million to,
Mm-hmm.
she went off and got remarried. I guess Phil was trying to rekindle his relationship with her or something,
Which is ridiculous, but
and then secretly she went off and married another dude.
yeah, seems reasonable.
And then she wouldn't leave one of the mansions that Phil owned.
Yeah.
And he wanted her to leave the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where we left it off. It's just
Right.
like, well, with her $46 million payout,
Mm-hmm.
which, boy, that is some golden pussy right there. She couldn't afford to go find another home to live in.
Just gonna say, Neely, just a random observation. Probably not worth that much. I know that's controversial to say that, but sorry, Me Too movement, but her pussy not worth $46 million.
No, and again, this is why I don't get why these guys who are so talented and who have made their mark in the world of entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
Why they choose to marry these cunts.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
Because Neely, it's their closest maneuver to normalcy.
Is that what it is? Again, I think that you and I both agree that if you had that kind of scratch and you had that kind of talent, that you could order, unlike Michael Jackson, Boys to Men, you could have cunts to men.
Yeah.
Delivered to your doorstep.
Of course.
COVID free if you'd like.
Of course. But you know what their argument is? Well, you're not in that position to understand.
Dude, if I had that kind of scratch, I know what I would be doing.
Yeah, not being in that position. I wouldn't want to understand.
Especially if I wrote those songs.
Yeah.
And performed those shows.
Yeah.
How many thousands of shows do you think Phil Collins has performed in his life? I mean,
God.
he was part of Genesis in the 70s, okay?
Yeah.
We're talking 50 fucking years. How many thousands of shows over 50 years do you think Phil Collins has performed?
If it averages to 100, which it might if you take into effect the years that there weren't tours. But even 50 years times 100 is 5,000 shows. 5,000 plane flights, 5,000
hotels.
hotels. Ugh, dude, I don't even like 5 hours in a hotel, let alone 5,000 hotels.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, dude? I never understand it. The only time it makes sense to me is if they were dating slash engaged slash married before the success. But
Yeah,
dude,
kind of like Jeff Bezos. I mean,
yeah,
his former wife, she was part of his rise to success as a,
mhm.
the Amazon guy.
Yeah, and yeah, he found huge success and he gets fucked in the ass over it. And okay, that's a legitimate, luck of the draw type thing. But this bitch came in after Phil had all his success. She came in after the successful run of Phil Collins was over, to where now the only money he's making is on tribute tours. Not that it's not a lot when he does them, but he's a broken down mess where he can't do much. So she wasn't there for Susudio or Take Me Home or, Lonely Man in the Corner or Mama or she wasn't there for any of that.
No, of course, she was probably not even born then.
That's what I wonder if Phil has put out a new album with either band since she's been with him. I would bet no. That's scary. And she gets 46 million
Well, she did get 46 million.
and now a house
46.7 million.
and then a house.
Almost $47 million.
Yeah. And then a $5 million mansion.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there's more to the story.
All right.
This is a stupido
All right.
follow up. Former Genesis frontman Phil Collins met Orianne. I think her name is Cevey, Cevey.
Okay.
I think that's how you say her name. In 1994, which backs up your assessment that she came into the picture long after Phil had his major success
Yeah.
as both the front man of Genesis and a solo artist.
I'm looking up his career right now. I just want to find out if he's put out a single album after.
No Jacket Required was his last one, wasn't it?
No, he's done plenty since then. He's actually done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 since then.
But they weren't like commercially.
No, they were not. You said what year? 96?
She came into the picture in 94.
Okay. So she was in the picture for the monstrous hits, Dance into the Light, Testify, and Going Back. Nobody bought those records.
I wish you still had your cricket sound.
Yeah, nobody knows those records.
I don't know those.
Yeah.
The last Phil Collins solo record that I'm even aware of,
Mm-hmm.
is No Jacket Required.
Yeah. That's the last one anybody cared about.
That's the last commercial successful record that he had, as far as I know.
And the only one of Genesis that she was with him with, he wasn't in the band, so that doesn't count either. Calling All Stations.
Yeah, and that was before that.
That was 90. Yeah. No, that was 97.
Oh, really? Was it that late?
Yeah. Calling All Stations was
Okay.
97. That's the one with that Ray guy.
Yeah. He was in, who was he in with that guy? He was in another band too.
He was in Stiltskin, Genesis, Cut, and Guaranteed Pure.
No, I thought there was something else he did, but
Not that I'm seeing.
all right.
Yeah, so she saw none of the hits. She's cashing in $46 million off of fucking earnings that Phil made of $46. I mean, he didn't make any money on these fucking. How much money you think Phil Collins made? I mean, he probably did okay.
I mean, whatever the advance might have been, or with the record label, but as far as sales are concerned, can't even imagine. I've never even heard of those records.
All right. Well, first of all, we're going to take this one out because this is a fucking covers album, so that's not going to count. This Going Back features covers from 60s Motown. So we're not keep counting that. Take that off.
All right.
So Testify was, what were the singles? Were there any singles? I don't see any singles listed. Doesn't look like there was any big hits on this one. It looks like the singles might have been, and only because they have links on the tracks. That's the only reason I'm saying these are the singles. Oh, here we go. The lead single from the album, Can't Stop Loving You, had success on adult contemporary charts and peaked at number 76 on Billboard. 76? Phil Collins was a peak of number 1 pretty much every day of the 80s. Can you give me a little of that? Can't Stop Loving You by Phil Collins.
Yeah, not the Van Halen tune.
Yeah, or even the Aldo Nova worthy tune.
All right, let me see it. Phil Collins, Can't Stop Loving You?
Yeah, I never remember that song.
Never even heard of it. Okay, let's see here. Phil Collins, Can't Stop Loving You. Never heard of it.
Me either.
All right, here we go. Come on, play, you bitch. Oh, it's doing that circle thing.
Thinking about it.
Yeah. So you're leaving in the morning on the early train. Here we go.
So you're leaving in the morning on the early train. Well, I could say everything's alright, and I could pretend to say goodbye. Got your ticket, got your suitcase, got your leaving smile.
Isn't this just another version of Fly High, Michelle? 6 o'clock in the morning. It's the same premise, right?
Basic premise, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you saying that Phil stole from Enough's Enough?
Yeah, I'm saying that. That's exactly what I'm saying. Chip, if you're listening, Phil stole from you.
Yeah, get your lawyers out, Chip.
Yeah, pal. He stole the premise of your song.
Chip would probably tell him it's okay if he sings a verse on his next album or something.
Exactly.
Knowing how Chip is.
Well, Chip is very humble.
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, it's great that you took our sound. It's great. Phil, why don't you come and sing with me on the next record? It'll be fantastic.
Come to Blue Island.
Phil, I'll tell you what. You can have all of our songs if you just sing them. Just credit them. Credit me. Chip's enough. Is that all right with you, brother?
I love Chip.
Love Chip.
Chip is awesome. He's funny as fuck too.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. And I could pretend that you won't know that I was lying. 'Cause I can't stop loving you. No, I can't stop loving you. No, I won't stop loving you. Why should I? We took a taxi to the station, not a word to say.
Don't turn into a stalker, Phil.
Well, I don't know this song.
This is almost stalkerish.
Yeah. Well, he can't stop loving her. Apparently even giving her $46 million didn't make her love him back, though.
Exactly.
Maybe that's what he was singing about.
Probably.
He's like, I'll give you $46 million
Exactly.
if you will just stay. And she said, okay.
I mean, I've had some beautiful women in my life,
Dude.
but if I had that kind of scratch, dude, come on.
The hottest chick in my world as we've said numerous times, is probably Barbara Eden in her heyday. You know, that I've always thought she was like the hottest. A close second being Pam Anderson in her heyday
Right.
before all the plastic surgery. Maybe after the first tit job, but before she had all the horrible plastic surgery. Like when she was on Home Improvement, that Pam Anderson was
Yeah,
hot.
she was young and vibrant, and
Yeah. And she got her tits done just the right size, and she was hot as fuck. So one of those two is the hottest. I'm gonna tell you honestly, not $46 million worth of hot. Absolutely not.
and that's just a portion of his wealth.
Yeah. Oh, I get it, but still, I don't care who you are and how much money you've made. If you've made $10 billion, 46 million is still a fucking chunk.
That's a shitload of money.
You know, if Jeff Bezos lost $46 million, he'd be pissed. He'd be like, motherfuckers, I'm raising the cost of fucking shipping by 3 cents today.
I think that guy lost $46 billion.
Well, I know it, and he was pissed, but I'll bet you he'd be pissed at 46 million. Dude, you don't get to make that kind of money if you're not careful with it.
No kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Well, this story gets more sickening as it goes on.
All right, bring it on.
All right. So anyway, in 1994, he met this Oriane Seavey when he was on tour in Switzerland.
Okay.
She was 21. He was 44.
Okay.
They got engaged in 1997. Okay, so his popular career was way over at that point.
He was done.
Yeah. They got married in 99.
Okay.
He was really on the decline on that.
Yeah.
Now here's the dumb part.
Okay.
They had 2 kids together.
Oh, Phil.
So 44, 45, 46. He was like 47 years old.
Phil.
Then he banged out 2 kids with this chick.
Oh, Phil.
Then they split up in 2006.
Okay.
So they were married for 7 years. 7-year itch. Where she received a record-setting $46.7 million in a settlement. $46.7 million.
So $2 million a year?
Six. Well, no. Think about this. They were together, married. I'm not talking about from the time they met. From the time they were so divide 47 million by 7.
Hey Siri, what is 47 million divided by 7?
47 million divided by 7 is about 6,714,000.
It's about 6,714,285.7142.
Oh, wow. 6.7 million.
She got almost $7 million a year for her vag services.
Yeah.
$7 million a year.
Yeah. And she's strange looking.
I know, she's weird.
Look at the picture I put up of her with her weird indented boob.
Yeah, she's like almost Asian looking.
Yeah, I don't know what that
And
looks
she's
is.
fat.
And she's a little chunky. She's got strange boobs. And she looks like she's fucking Uncle Junior.
But look at Phil.
Yeah, Phil is, what is he?
Look at how pathetic he looks.
Phil, I'm telling you, you put the big glasses on him, he's Uncle June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, she's a thick chick. And then she's got horrible tattoos to match.
She's got bad tats, but even worse, she's got the bad collagen in the face.
Yeah.
The lip move looks horrendous.
Ugh.
The lip thing looks terrible. She looks like that, what's her name, Versace chick.
Yeah.
She looks horrible like that Versace chick in the the cheek implants or bone up or whatever that is looks awful. Yeah, she's.
Phil looks like one of these guys who are kept captive.
Yeah.
I mean, look at him.
Yeah. And
I mean, again, this comes with aging. I get it, but if you're an old dude like Peter Frampton or Phil Collins,
yeah,
lose the facial hair. The facial hair makes you look like way older, even more older than you look.
If he doesn't care and he's got, $300 million, I guess go for it if you don't give a shit. But, and clearly he doesn't. Look at who he's posing with.
Ugh. I mean, this chick is fat. Yeah, this isn't exactly a trophy wife worth $47 million.
She looks like the fish in Finding Nemo. She does. She looks like that fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks like she suffers from vaginosis as well.
Vaginosis. Maybe that's why she's making that face. Maybe she smells something.
Oh my God. Phil, what are you doing?
Well, he's giving her $46 million.
Oh my God.
Maybe it's to fucking fix that bad tit job he got her. Because he paid for those.
Probably. She was 21 and he's like posing with her and he's like all old and decrepit looking and she's like all fat and.
Well, I don't think this is when he was 21. I think this is more recent.
No, this is fairly recent, I think.
Yeah, this is fairly recent. Yeah, she's thick. I'm looking at different pictures of her. In a lot of these pictures, she looks like a fat Drea Di Matteo, though. She does. And that's kind of.
If you're going to pay out that kind of scratch, you'd better have a trophy wife.
Yeah, I would think.
She is like a hooker down in the Korean market.
I hate to tell you though, Neely, but Phil with a shaved face, not much better. I'm just gonna tell you. Look at this one. Here's him shaved.
All right.
That's not a whole lot better.
No. It's just the whole glasses and he just looks.
Tell you, he's Uncle Junior. He's Uncle Junior in the nursing home at the end of the movie.
Yeah, he's just. And look at those horrible tats she has.
Yeah, not good.
It's like, what is she doing?
Tony, is that you?
I mean, she looks like a cheap Korean hooker.
Yeah.
I suck you long time.
Tony, you could have been great at baseball. Stop saying that to me, Uncle Jim. Yeah, Phil, what is everything about that picture that we're posted right now is just wrong.
He's just like a disheveled homeless guy.
Yeah.
He's wearing like the jeans and like the ill-fitting t-shirt and the baggy jacket and the Uncle June glasses.
Yeah. It's like Fatso dragged him to this fucking event.
I mean, she's got an arm bigger than mine.
Yeah, she's thick.
She's a thick chick.
She got those wristbands or those armbands from the Ultimate Warrior, it looks like.
The He-Man armbands.
It's like, what is that?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. She still looks like she smells.
Well, she might. I would hope she smells good with 46 million.
Ugh.
I hope she could afford some quality Ogilvy or something.
Man.
For that much money, she could afford to fucking put a little Ogilvy plant in her backyard.
All right. This as this goes on, you're just going to get this sinking, sad feeling here.
All right, well, hold on. I'm going to put one more picture of her. I want to prove that she at one time at least looked decent.
Was she attractive at any point at all?
I mean, she's not wonderful, but she's more attractive in this photo than she is in any of these other ones. This is clearly older because there's definitely 50 less pounds on her. But what is this one called? Oriana Collins Phil. Here we go. She's like if
But he's got a cane.
yeah, I know. Yeah, he doesn't look healthy, but she looks better. She looks like if
She looks like Tia, what's her face from
Tia Carrera.
yeah, the girl from Wayne's World in that picture.
Yeah. She looks like if Valerie Bertinelli fucked Kim Jong-un.
What is with Phil, man? He looks like a homeless dude. Like he's got his threads from the Salvation Army.
And therein lies a real question. Not so much why is he looking so disheveled or whatever like this. This guy can afford better clothes.
Yeah.
There's no way that shirt costs more than about $8.
Maybe that's why he had 46.7 million to give away.
Yeah, because his wife wouldn't let him spend money on, luxuries like shirts. Can you imagine seeing Phil Collins fucking on one of those little scooters in Walmart picking shirts?
Look at this guy.
Could you point me to the fucking shoe department? I can just see he's on the cart going in there trying to get a fucking TV, and the wife's like, "You can't afford that. Can't you see that?" He's like, "I'd like to watch streaming TV." No Roku for you, Phil.
You know what that picture looks like?
What?
It looks like one of those fan pictures where the band, takes pictures with the fans.
Mm.
That's what it looks like. It's just like, hey, I'm with Phil Collins. Take my picture real quick. I'm going to put it up on Facebook or Instagram.
What are you talking about? That looks like an old fan taking a picture with loudness.
Yeah, but that's before she put on like 50 pounds.
Yeah. Apparently 46 million afford a good chef.
Yeah, she couldn't fit into that jacket today. I guarantee you that.
Fuck no. She'd look like Chris Farley in whatever that movie
Yeah,
was.
that fat guy and
Little coat.
Oh my God. This whole thing just makes me sick. It makes me sad.
Oh, it's traumatic.
It is. It is traumatic. I agree.
Yep.
So here the story continues.
Okay.
10 years later, the couple announced that they were back together living with the kids.
Okay.
So, okay. And all it seemed was well. Then in August, CV broke up with Collins again by way of text message, informing him that she had apparently gone to Las Vegas and married a businessman and musician 13 years her junior.
Oh, man. Dude.
So they were back together, supposedly. And there was really no question about the whereabouts of his wife or chick or whatever she was. It's like, hey, where are you at? Oh, I'm in Vegas getting married.
Why is he responsible then to pay her if they weren't married?
Well, I don't know. And now, according to a lawsuit filed by Collins, CV and her new husband, Tom Bates, are allegedly living in his $33 million Miami beach.
Oh, so he's not out 46 million. He's out 80 million.
Yeah. So she got 46.7 million and she's living in a $33 million mansion in Miami.
Jesus, fuck that.
79, almost $80 million.
Fuck that. I'm with Phil Sue in here.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And they've hired 4 armed guards to protect them.
Protect them from what?
From Phil. From Phil hobbling in there to throw.
From that guy. From that old codger that looks like Uncle June with the Walmart shirt. That's the guy?
That's the guy that they got the 4 armed guards guarding this mansion.
The guy that we watched that had to be fucking carried out on stage to sit in a chair and sing.
Yeah.
They're worried about him so much that they need 4 armed guards?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The new couple are threatening implicitly and explicitly to prolong their unlawful occupation of the property through force, the filing states. An injunction is urgently needed to end the armed occupation and takeover of the Phil Collins home by his ex-girlfriend and her new husband, the defendants in the action.
Well, Phil, this is an American court or British court?
This is American. This is in Miami.
Phil's going to win and she's going to end up doing time over. What a dummy. Just move. Just move and take your 46 million. You're going to lose everything and end up doing time.
Yeah,
I mean, she's legitimately going to end up doing time.
you would think.
She stole $33 million worth of house.
Well, so again, you got to understand what their agreement may or may not have been. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
In the complaint, Collins also is concerned about his memorabilia, including multiple awards and instruments. He believes that there is a substantial risk that Mrs. Bates or Mr. Bates or their agents will remove, conceal, or destroy valuable and irreplaceable personal property.
Well, I got a feeling that stuff's already gone, Phil.
Yeah. eBay.
Yeah. I mean, look. Hey, look at this. Phil Collins drum kit. 1500.
Yeah. Look at this platinum record from the Mama tour.
Look at that. Genesis, Home by the Sea, the gold record.
Yeah.
800.
Look at this. Here's the no jacket required jacket that was actually worn in the video.
Yeah. Complete with a picture of Phil wearing it and signed by Mrs. Phil Collins.
Right. Jeffrey Fisher, Collins' attorney, gave a statement to the Miami Herald. Mrs. Bates, as she is now known, is trying to shake down Phil Collins for money. Why would she need money? She's almost got $50 million.
This is one of the reasons that you cannot. Yeah, if you have anything, you cannot get married.
Yeah, of course not.
Can't be. And whatever you do, look, I'm gonna try and help you guys out the best I can. If you've already got it in your head that you're not going to get married, but you want to stay with this chick forever, at least every like 2 years or so, roll the dice and break up with her for a little while. Even if it's just like 2 weeks, break up, go through the hassle of move her shit out or whatever, and then bring her back if that's what you need to do, but have a breakup so that the clock starts over. So you don't get fucking sucked into that, whatever that's called, that you're stuck by time.
Oh yeah, like what's it called? Common law
marriage.
Yeah.
We've been together 14 years. No, we haven't, Your Honor. As a matter of fact, we broke up on this date and on this date and on this date. We actually broke up 3 times, Your Honor. We got back together. Clock starts over, friend.
Yeah, right, of course.
Yeah, no.
Mrs. Bates, as she is now known, is trying to shake down Phil Collins for money, and his attorney and former federal prosecutor. I have zero tolerance for this type of behavior. I'm going to use every legal remedy to get her out of his house.
Good.
CV's lawyer, Frank Meister, did not respond to the email on Friday and told that the Miami Herald earlier this week that they had no comment about the case.
Yeah.
I could feel something coming in the air tonight, that's for sure.
Come on, he didn't say that.
That's what it said at the end of the article.
Oh.
That's all I could tell you.
All right, well, the writer needs a good punch right there too, just for trying to be a wise ass. Good Lord, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Divorce. Oh, I hate this bitch. In a way, I almost understand the armed guards though. Not from Phil. Probably worried about some fucking crazy fan coming up in Versace in her ass. I can see that. I can see it. Some crazy fan hating her for stealing from Phil and just fucking shooting her or something.
Yeah.
Not saying that should happen. It shouldn't, but it'd be great if Phil authorized them to just fucking tear the house down and they went into it all Waco style. Just fucking tanks and gas fucking.
$33 million home.
Wouldn't that be fucking awesome?
It would.
If Phil was like, you know what, bitch, I'm going to show you. That would be great if Phil said,
I'm
look,
going to level the house.
Yeah.
With
My crew will be here to level this house on fucking November 1st. If you're there, tough shit. If you're not, tough shit. It's coming down. That'd be awesome. Come on, Phil.
Well, here's some commentary from our own Taylor.
Okay.
She says, Phil looks like he smells like piss in old style. She looks like she smells like stank pussy and fish soup.
Ugh.
And given how similar of a scent those can be to one another, it becomes a guessing game of, is it her mouth or her vag that smells?
I don't know. She just looks like she smells like the inner circle of the kitchen of the Imperial Wok.
Exactly.
Just looks like she smells like Korea.
So that's what Phil is dealing with as a multi-platinum selling artist.
There's a guy that probably was a billionaire until he started paying out on divorces.
Yeah. How many times has this guy been married? Like 3?
Like 3, I think.
And he's paid out like, $100 and some million in divorces.
How much?
It's like, what in the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Phil Collins. How much has Phil paid in divorces? It all just comes up to the 1. What is this? Come on. Oh, I hate this shit with everybody with their goddamn cookies. Phil Collins blasts prenups after expensive divorces. Phil Collins divorced 2000. What is an interview? I think they're unethical, he told the music publication. It costs a lot of money, but that's lawyers for you. Anyway, I don't envision getting married again, he added.
Yeah, no shit, Phil.
But this is when he started. This is back in 2000. Oh no, this is 2017. So this is when he broke up with this broad. Yeah, I would hope he doesn't get married again. Oh boy, his first wife was a disaster. As much as we think that the current one, boy, this guy does not choose well. Hold on a minute. Wait till you see this one. Oh shit. Hold on. Hold the phone. This one is this might be the all-timer. Let me get that on the screen here.
He's even more hideous, huh?
Way more. Not even a little more. I'm talking way more. Phil Chick, put that up here. Pull that down.
Gotta see this.
Oh, wait till you see this jewel. And this is in 1976. So he was famous.
Well, yeah, he just assumed the role of lead singer in Genesis.
Yeah. So he was famous and had money. And this is what Phil Collins chose. Wait till you see this jewel.
Oof.
What the hell, Phil? Does he have cataracts or something? I've never heard about Phil having like vision problems, but you gotta wonder, don't you?
Maybe she had the invisible touch. Jeez.
What is that?
What is wrong with him?
That is poor.
I really want to have some empathy for this guy because I appreciate people with talent and obviously showmanship. Because he's a good performer, or at least he used to be.
Yeah.
And, wrote some good songs, had an identifiable voice, fronted Genesis, had a good, a successful solo career. You can't take any of that away from him.
Mhm.
But holy fuck.
I mean, we've looked at two of his wives, and are just like, what the, you know? I mean, this girl she's regular housewife 3, maybe 4.
Not even a 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not a
I'm
3.
reaching. I'm reaching, trying to come up with a decent number. I'm trying not to be too mean, but yeah, no. I wonder what this one got. 28 million.
I know he's given away millions and millions of dollars over like 3 divorces.
Hmm.
Why are you marrying these women? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Jesus.
Here's somebody put up I don't know if this is the same girl or another one or what. But holy Jesus, this is not good. What is going on, Phil?
How?
What happened, dude? I mean, come on, bro.
He looks like he looks like a happy, he's happier than a pig in shit.
He's one of these guys, I think, that is still surprised he can get laid. He doesn't realize that all that money will bring him better ass. Hey, dude, if you saw the lady there on the right, would you ever expect that that's somebody that was married to somebody that's worth $500 million at any point?
That's Karen, who I see at the grocery store.
That's what I mean. That's the lady wrestling with her grandkids because they're stealing fucking candy in the candy section of the grocery store. Come on, dude. No wonder she's an easy lover. Jesus Christ. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Somebody said it best, a high school teacher.
No kidding.
Ugh.
Well, I like Phil.
I do
I like his work over the years, and I'm a big Genesis fan. I'm a huge fan of the live release Seconds Out.
Right.
But man, just to read that story and battling over his wealth of decades of work.
See, I'm gonna put this. Look at this comment. It's not like Phil was Tom Selleck. Yes, he was, because he had $500 million. Phil was the best looking guy in the world because he had $500 million. I mean, for God's sakes, Phil was, who's the best? Phil was Brad Pitt to most women because he had $500 million.
And he was talented, and he was a performer, and he could sing, and the thing is he touched that emotional thing.
I mean, think about it. The two guys that generally get a lot of pussy in a band, singer and the drummer.
No, guitarist.
Well, the guitarist too, but the drummer does, because the women all say, because the drummer has rhythm.
Yeah.
They all like the fuck rhythm of the drummer.
I guess.
So that's what a lot of chicks say, is they like the drummers because the drummers, have rhythm. Phil was both of those things, of one of the most successful bands, not just at a time, ever. I mean, are there 20 bigger bands in history than Genesis?
Not really. No.
I mean, there's bigger bands, of course, but I mean, the bands that you list in the same category as Genesis are, you're talking Led Zeppelin, Who, Rolling Stones, Beatles, Rush, Sabbath, and then it starts getting there. I mean, even huge bands like Bon Jovi, not as big as Genesis. Chicago, not as big as Genesis. AC/DC, probably bigger than Genesis. But I mean, we're talking about an elite group of bands that this guy was the main guy of, and the main solo guy. He's the guy that broke off and didn't have to do the niche Mike and the Mechanics thing. He broke off, threw his own name out there, and was still fucking a monster. Come on. Tell me he wasn't Tom Selleck, for fuck's sake there, Ron.
Yeah, maybe looks wise, but success and talent and money wise.
Yeah. And believe me when I say most of the women that were chasing Phil were not chasing him because of his looks. They were not saying, "Oh, Phil is so attractive." They were saying, "Jesus, this is a fucking golden ticket."
Of course.
All I gotta do is blow this guy. Fuck yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, sorry to hear about your time, Phil.
A $33 million mansion in Miami.
Yeah, I wish that Phil was going into retirement in a better way. No wonder he's fucking.
Well, he was sort of retired. He didn't have to go out there and start doing those arena shows last year before the COVID hit.
Yeah,
but they basically had to wheel him out there to sit in a chair like an invalid.
Yeah,
and sing.
Well, and that's probably why he agreed to do the tours anyway, because he needed money after this chick took him for fucking $80 million worth of house and money.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like Slash joining up with Guns N' Roses after Perla took him for millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, but Perla's take was like $1.50 compared to what Phil's doing. 80 million? Jesus Christ, dude. That's a lot. Well, Phil, sorry to hear about that, my friend. I hope it works out.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think the only way to end the segment is to maybe play some Genesis.
Works for me.
Since he's battling over a home in Miami, which is along the sea. I think Home by the Sea would be the best.
All right, we'll mix it with Second Home too, because that's a good one too.
We'll do it. So here it is. It's Genesis with some Home by the Sea exclusively here
on your classic metal show.